What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are now on episode 7 of the walkthrough for Lords of the Fallen. Picking up here from our visits at the ale house, getting pretty much wrapped up with this place. So we were really close to the end. We just kind of ran out of time. But essentially, really all we have left to do is just kind of work our way up this building, killing a few guys, get up to a main road, and then just walk to the boss. Like, that's it. So, like, the final boss is not on top of this building or anything like that. It kind of sounds weird. Hey, the boss is up here. So I said it does lead out to a road. Then that road leads over to pretty much like a stadium. This could be a really hard or extremely easy boss if you know what to do or don't know what to do. So, moving forward. And take him down. So we are going to have Rogar, Fire Dogs, and Reapers, and a Demon Archer. So all types of shit. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just gotta buff up here, guys. Take him down. We got Demon Archer Bro here. Goodbye to you, sir. No items for drop. So when we go up, we have 2 Fire Dogs. Killing them, then we'll be able to enter Armor safely. Fight a Reaper. You know, we don't want 2 Fire Dogs and a Reaper though. Now back behind here is the axe from one of the starter classes, Black Feather Ranger. Now we're good to go on. Enter. Where is he? There we go. There he is. Like every time I proc smite on this guy, it instantly breaks his stagger. That must do, smite itself must do a lot of, posture damage. So that's cool. Cool to know. We're just going to work our way up to the street. We're going to go left as soon as we get up here. Exit Umbral here. Now we're going to kind of turn behind us right here. So I told you guys, as you do need to farm all the enemy types, armor and stuff like that, and we had the, not the Scorned Sister, the Enchantress to get where we're about to plant a seed at. It's actually like a very optimal spot to farm her up. Earlier we picked this up, I didn't really talk about it because if you don't get Grievous Strikes, it's quite pointless. But if you land a critical hit, it gives you a little bit of health and soul plate recharge. That's why that's nice. This gives us health every time you kill an enemy. So this is the one I would recommend out of the 2. I mean, getting that soul plate charge back is really badass, but if you don't get a critical, you're not getting nothing. With this, every time you kill an enemy, you get something. So if you are worried about dying here, you can kind of just run past her and plant your seed. Ooh, God, they come out fast. They're going to see it just too late. That's okay. She's done anyway, so there it is. So we're actually going to be putting a seed right through this onyx. That's what I said. To farm her set, she's right here. So because of that, this is gonna make the best farm in the game for at least her armor set, her spell, and her weapon, which we already got. I think the weapon was actually guaranteed. I thought the helm was, but I know for a fact the weapon is. 10 playthroughs or more, maybe, with note taking, personal playthroughs of different builds, the walkthrough and everything else. I've gotten the weapon every single time. So, just to show you how this would work, especially, if you have some upgrades in your casting, and you can just go over here and just rest, and then, hit her. Put her down before you can rest again, so on and so forth. And she didn't seem to drop it. That's a bit unfortunate, but it's okay. Or did she? No. Must have been from him. But yeah, that's the farm. So before we get started on this bosses, we do have probably a decent amount of time this episode. I think we're actually ahead a little bit as far as how notes go. So I'm gonna use a rabbit foot. We're gonna give her a few runs here. Not many. We're not gonna waste much time. So don't worry about that. We're not gonna consistently farm. But this is how it would go if you guys wanted to get a platinum. We'd have to just sit here and farm and farm and farm and farm. You know what I mean? But I mean, if that's what everyone expected to get the platinum, no one's gonna mind to do this for a second. It's essentially what we'd be doing the whole time to get a platinum in a single playthrough. I love how it locks me in place. Walk around her. Alright. And as you see, you know, that just got us her armor. So we have her full armor set. We have the leggings and we have the armor. So I'm just going to give it 2 more runs and that's it. But this is essentially, and it's good to show this too, because you guys will know how, you know, the best way to farm every single item. I mean, all you're going to have to do is just buy a bunch of these. You actually get them from the traveling merchant. Whether it's now or later, I'm not sure, but 500 souls a pop. You buy as many as you can get, right? And then just farm up every single enemy until you have their whole set. You have to look up, you know, how many different enemy types are actually in the game. That would be the best way to, you know, go through and do it. Just get a bunch of those and just farm each enemy until, you know, you got all their stuff. So I'm going to try one more attempt and then we're going to, you know, talk about boss stuff. The reason being is because once I move this seed, I'm not going to have this farm anymore. So I'm, you know, I figure I just try to hit it really quick. Because think about it. We got her chest piece. We have her leggings. We have her weapon. Only thing we're actually missing is her helms and her helm and her gauntlets. So if I could try to boost my item discovery real quick. Plus, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have these souls to upgrade our catalyst. We do want to upgrade our catalyst before this fight, guys. Like big time. There's a reason for that. We're going to be fighting this guy mainly ranged attacks, so because of that, we want to upgrade our catalyst as much as possible. Or it's going to take much longer to put him down, right? So, nope. We got a good room for Inferno builds. Alright, well I might just have to waste another seedling in between episodes and farm this while I got it, because, I mean, I have 2/3 of it already, you know, we're almost there. So as I'm directing you guys to do, I'm going to do this myself. We are going to go ahead and upgrade our catalyst. So until we get a better one, this is the best we have. So because of that, I'm not going to put any larges into it, but we should at least get it up to +5. It's, you know, what we're going to have for 2/3 of the game. We need this to actually hit, right? So go over here. We're at a +3, so 1,500 get +4, 2,000 get +5. The good thing about that is we're completely done with it. We're not going to upgrade it again because we get better options later. So there's, you know, no point in going any further with it. I already slapped one upgrade into this and put, because we did get a rune, because that's what we're going to next. But we did get a rune that reduces the weight. So that's going to help with our build when we do put it on. I cannot wait till we get there. You know, actually get to be able to use it, because it's just a solid ass choice. I'm going to sell 2 of those. I don't, like I said, I don't need a bunch. What's this? Increase fire damage. Increase the rate of ignite buildup. Gosh, you guys are getting some really good ones. Ours don't come till later, but you guys are getting some really good ones here. If we can sell it, we're gonna. Yes, we have double of these. That's what I'm saying, guys. We have her armor here. We have her leggings here. All we're missing is her gauntlets. So that's pearl. I'll have to check over there, see if we've got them yet, but don't believe we have. So just a few here and there. I know we've already gotten that because we already had that whole set, so we're good to sell that as well. I don't believe we can sell anything else at this point. Oh, increase Inferno attribute. That's going to give you 3 points to Inferno. Just, you know, put that out there. And from here, let's go ahead and do our storage. So we actually have the full set for the Reaper now, I'm pretty sure. Everything I can think of. Well, let me check this. Yeah, because we have Stillness Hood, Stillness Robe. So we can put that set up so that is now done. They said that's kind of how we're going to do it. Let's go and put up the Pearl Garb. The Pearl Hat. Pearl Wrappings. And Pearl Trousers. So switching over here, these are all the armor sets. These are all complete sets for the most part. Like this one might be missing like one item or something, but these are all Fitzroy set, Angel of the Void, Hollowed set, our starting set, Descrier set. All these are completely done. Despair's Cocoon's completely done. Obviously, the Condemned. And some of these are just like from quests, like the Tortured Prisoners head case. That's all that is, right? Um, but yeah, all these should be our full and complete sets here. We also have more ammo types we can go and put away. More spells we can put away. Umbral, Inferno, we're not using, don't need. Just really helping us get ahead here. You know what I mean? Weapons. Right hand bringer of stillness. So we're missing the left hand. We'll just keep eyeing. We don't have to hold that in our inventory. That's easy enough, right? We just, we need a left hand bringer of stillness. That's it. Rosamund's sword, skin and tooth. Fallen Lord sword, probably one of the better Inferno weapons in the entirety of the game. If I was doing Inferno build, I'd use that. And I'm not even huge on colossal weapons. I don't really like them in most games. Alright. Getting some range stuff now. And I do believe that brings us full circle. So from here, we can go talk to Dunmire. I was going to wait to do this.
Whatever point for they are.
Oh, we gave them. Yeah, the end of the last episode.
You serve a higher
now that we've rested them, if you look over here, guys, Ravager's Gregory's sword. This is an ultra great sword, withered, holy, and physical. No passes, but still, that's pretty badass. Really big sword. I did get it during my notes, and I liked it quite a lot. It's really cool. Then also now a great shield and a new armor set. These are really, really, really nice too. I gotta say, and this don't even start. Beautiful set, really bulky, but still beautiful set nonetheless.
To strive in darkness, in light we walk.
So from now, we can go ahead. Nope, we need one more for that. Nothing to do, nothing to do, nothing to do. He's not gonna have. No, he doesn't have larges. Let's see if he's got rabbit's foot though, because that's what he should. Yeah. So these are actually unlimited. That's how you're gonna farm up stuff, guys. So I need to actually start putting in the work to farm my own. I mean, I was just going to do it my own time, like after the walkthrough is done and just finish up my stuff. But I'm telling you guys to do it's the thing, so I really need to. But I mean, as far as like your sets and stuff go, I think we have a really good start on it. So our catalyst is upgraded, so this can be really hard or really easy. Now let me actually open up my drink real quick, guys. So, this guy is the spurned progeny. He's a really big guy. At first, the fight's gonna go how you'd expect: stomps, swipes, fireballs, AOE stuff like that. And we're just fighting a melee, and then we're gonna just be dodging, being careful. Once you get his health down a bit, he actually fills a whole ground up with lava. Then you can't fight him no more. So when I initially seen it, I was like, how am I gonna do enough damage in that time before it is the lava? I didn't understand. There's like no way out of it. But these stairways up here, this is not blocked, so you can go on these battlements. So what we're going to do is bring his health down enough until he fills the ground with lava. We're going to run up those stairs, so we're just running left to right, spamming projectiles at him until he's dead. You're going to want mana stone clusters on you. In fact, I'm going to switch those up for larges so they fill up faster. And I mean, he's going to be spamming shit. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. He's going to be spamming shit behind us. Read this real quick. There's gonna be spamming like 3 orbs behind us, or throwing huge fireballs, and we're just gonna keep running from that run left to right, spamming spells. Now, if he hurls a huge sun out of his throat, which yes he does, you need to hide behind a wall, or that will one-shot you. With all that being said, we'll talk about the fight, how it's going on, but this is how it's gonna go. Like I said, as you'd expect, and he's extremely weak to holy, But yeah, as you'd expect, a lot of stomps and stuff. I forgot you can't kill him unless you're running. You gotta heal up. We've gotten a lot of damage to him. He has not even done his shit yet. Alright, get on out of here. Go heal up. Stay on our mana. Like I said, we're going left to right across this. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, get behind the wall. It's a one shot. And he is going to have to recover from doing these big things, these big spells he's doing. So while he's sitting there trying to recover, we're on his ass. Look at that, damage is not bad at all. I mean, fuck guys, the fight's almost over. Alright, now we're running, using Mana Stone clusters as we go. He's either going to throw big fireballs at you, or what he's going to do is he's going to summon 3 orbs behind you, bow, as you go along, right? So, watch out for that. Make sure you actually have the stamina to cast as well. Alright, but this fight's already over, guys. You know, it's done. That's how hard this fight is, you know what I mean? So that gets you the trophy on Wanted, Visit Seed, 8 Emerald Scourings, Giant Eyeball, and Spurn Progeny Flesh. The flesh and the eyeball are quest items. Now we have that, gonna pull this. Then while that's playing out, we're gonna go over here to the right. No, we're not. We're actually going to go over here. Sorry. We'll be able to get some smite salts over here. Then if you go to the other side, that's actually the way out of here. In case you're like, how the hell do we get out? Is the way it's set up. There's just a little doorway at the bottom. Brings you up to the district vestige. This will be our next vestige. Let's go and grab that, grab some levels, and we'll go back to the hub area to talk about this semi-lackluster. Oh, look at that. Strength is dumb, baby. Semi-lackluster boss remembrance. I say semi-lackluster. It has a phenomenal spell. No weapon. And the only other thing is a ring, and which is a huge letdown for the sole purpose. Ooh, so we can barely rock that with our weight. But we'll be going back into dirt soon enough. But, so, there's a ring so you can cast Radiant Sorceries without a Radiant Catalyst, and to cast Umbral Sorceries without a Umbral Catalyst. You find those rings in the open world. But for Inferno, once again, like I said, they kind of get the short end of the stick, because you have to actually trade in a boss remembrance for the same ring we find for free for the other classes. So, you know, it's a bit kind of fucked up, but this is how it is. If you want to do an Inferno build, it's going to be more obscure, but all this stuff's really powerful. Summon an explosive surge of magma from beneath the ground. So that is going to be your boss spell. Like I said, phenomenal spell. I mean, look at the mana cost, guys. 66. Anytime a spell has high mana requirement, you know it's a heavy hitter, right? Like, you know it's a heavy hitter. So it's a boss spell for one. It's, I mean, reading the description, it's completely phenomenal. I've seen people use this on YouTube and stuff. Really, really devastating spell, especially with higher stats and fully upgraded on your catalyst, right? So now we don't have but 22 Umbral Scourings, and the reason why you can't do this in a single playthrough, as I've stated before. So we're not worried about it. We're just gonna keep saving these up and, you know, do the best we can. Now, Andreas is left. You get 2 animated vigor skulls and a note he leaves behind. Now, this is the point where I'm telling you guys, in between these episodes, you really need to farm up, because he's gonna leave really soon. And myself, I haven't got none of this shit. I have a lot to get from him. I'm gonna need like fucking 20,000 souls. I have a lot to farm. Delmire will be here a little bit longer. Also, now that we have screwed over Kukujin and we've not paid her, right? She is now gone. So she's set up to invade us later. We'll deal with her in New Game Plus to do her quest right for the trophy. But we want to get that invasion so we actually get her weapons, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, we're just in a phenomenal spot moving forward. You're about to get a better spot. So if you were doing an Umbral build, you guys are about to have a complete build with the best spells, best weapons, and all that in the game within the next 2 episodes. Like, fully complete 100% build you can take to the end of the game and be fine. Umbral. All the stuff for Umbral comes mid-game. There's other stuff throughout, but the best weapons and spells are about to come now. Pendants, and I mean everything. As soon as you get to the mines and to Revelation Depths. So by, you know, next episode, you're going to have a fully complete Umbral build. Like I said, it's more of an advanced build. You got to really know what you're doing and put it together. But it's just completely badass. Completely badass. Now, I was so worried about talking about stuff. Did I even remember to get the map? No. So, hold up your lantern. This is right next to your vestige. I'm sure someone was about to type out a paragraph. I missed that, but I just shut you down, didn't I? No, I'm just playing. I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, so make sure you get your map. So, I love about this game, they're always giving you good stuff. Like, you know, A lot of Souls game makes you wait till like the end, but right around the beginning or middle, we're all getting really cool stuff. We just got our shield, we're getting some runes, just really cool stuff. Umbral, you guys are about to be set for the rest of the game with devastating weapons and spells. So as we proceed forward here, hold up your lantern there. Now we're gonna siphon. There's gonna be a Rogar here with a parasite, and right on the other side of this will be another one with a parasite. I'm gonna show you how the shield works. So watch what happens. See how he bounced off? That's what I'm talking about. So great about this. He's got bounce off. Even his big heavy attack. Isn't that crazy? It just makes the game easy mode for you. You can literally just block and counter. And, you know, fucking easy mode, y'all. Easy mode. So Scornful Effigy. It will reduce your maximum health but give you increased damage. So if you want to use it, use it. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm trying to get as much health as possible. We'll actually be getting into the stats really soon. Oh, and with this great shield, it's also worth pointing out that when you parry, your parries are going to do more posture damage as well. So, really cool. Oh, you got me. We do need to go an Umbral up here, so I'm not too worried about it. But we are going to want to buff up. We have Fire Knight. And as you see, these enemies are already starting to get more health than what they've had, right? So, matter of fact, we'll use one heal. Okay, I had to look at my notes. Because there is one, or actually two things in Umbral. I want to make sure there wasn't anything else. Ugh. Now, even the Fire Knight. Look how much posture damage it did in one parry. Oh. Look at that. This shit's already half gone. Usually it takes much more than that. I'm not worried about being Umbral here, as I said. You're done. Go back here. There's like a guy in there. I think we were hit him. Get your drops. Cross the light carbs. That's one less thing. Okay, so this part's a bit tricky, honestly. I'm hoping he already seen us, didn't he, fucker? Hey, that was nowhere near us. Let's try to take him out. There's something I want to show you guys. So typically, you'd have to work your way all the way down, get to this bottom street, pull this out, then go back up. But if you really just position yourself right, hold on. You can lock onto this. I know it's crazy because we're standing on it, but you really can. It's just really hard to do. There it is. So, you just do that. Yeah, I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but I did find that out, you know, playthrough, so I want to show that off, make everyone's life a bit easier. Be careful with that jump. I know I wasn't. So right here will be Crushing Gauge. You're going to need some Strength, Radiance, and Inferno, but it's a Colossal Umbral weapon. But so we're about to start finding a bunch of Umbral stuff, guys. Bunch. Alright. Now we're about to... Yeah, we'll go this way first. So over here, you can kind of run, and it's a very late jump, and it's really hard to do. If you miss, you're going to die, but there's just some bigger skulls there. You can get them if you want them. I might come back for them, but if not, I wanted to at least tell you guys. So we're going to go straight out here. Jump. This will be a pendant for Umbral builds. Every time you kill an enemy, it will leave a little mine behind. When enemies set that mine off, they're going to take a bit of wither damage. And it's not much, but every time you kill an enemy, it's just going to leave multiple mines and multiple mines. Eventually, it's just going to really fuck stuff up for you. You know what I mean? So it's really cool. Alright, so we will have, as you see, Mr. Reaper Bro. Okay. Okay, let's got an exit here. These guys are all kind of sharing a parasite. It's right in the middle. What the hell? That was weird. That push was not lined up, and there is a mimic around. You really want to watch out for it, as they can move spots, right? It's right here. I've also seen it. It's not here. Usually it's like right up there in the steps, or it's below. So just, you know, kind of be mindful for that. Now we do have a she's got the Enchantress, so she's gonna be down here. It might be safer to get her from range, but you know, if we're lucky. And there's also a Bruner kind of walking around. Good God, that took 1 second flat. Holy shit. You're gonna have to watch out for that as we get later and later in the game. Everything's just gonna kill you one hit. There you go. So he's actually a really good farm. In fact, there's a seedling you can plant ahead just a bit. Like, I was about to rush for it in case people got killed, but we were already in it, so there's no point. But you plant a seedling up top there in this like little house, and it's right next to that rotor, so you can just sit there farm as much as you want to, you know, get your large steriliums if you want to farm them for them. There's gonna be better farms for early game. It's probably one of the better ones because he's right next to it. Kind of like that one from last episode. We put that seedling on the stairs, and there's a rotor right there too. It's okay. It's okay. You're dead. So. Or are we dead? I can't tell anymore. Alright, so now we have all that. Let's shoot down our ring. It'll be right here. And then we go in here. There's supposed to be a barrel trap. Like I said, I'll call them out as we see them, but sometimes it won't be present in the game. Okay, so it is kind of, you know, trigger it, then we'll have to walk back. Yeah, we literally with our got rid of half the stagger bar with one parry. Like I said, these shields have more stability and stuff like that are gonna break stagger much faster, especially this one. I didn't even notice that stuff before. So I started going through the game and realizing I was breaking stagger faster with this shield. I was like, what the hell? Not a bad what the hell, but very good what the hell. You know what I mean? I was just pleasantly surprised, if you will. Alrighty. So we're gonna go up here and try to do this jump. If we fall and die, when we come back to this area, since we have already cleared it, we're just gonna run past everything. Yeah, pretty much what I thought would happen. It's a pain in the ass, man. So there is platforming in this game. I've talked about it before, but it's done so poorly. It really is. You shouldn't have a chance of dying from every simple jump in the game, in my opinion, because it's always last second, weird angles. The inputs don't work sometimes when you hit the jump button. You know, it's I don't know. It becomes like pretty much, I'll put it this way: if you're gonna put platforming in their game, it should at least work. You know. Well, technically it did work here, and it's kind of my fault, but it's every one. You know, it's every single jump there is in the game. This is what you're gonna have to deal with. I mean, even though very last second, I mean, couldn't have been any later, and we land on the balcony, we land on the railing, so it shouldn't be there. If there's no way to actually get on the platform, if you have to do the latest jump possible, you're still landing on the railing. It wasn't done right. You know what I mean? That's all there is to it. But anyways, just going past him, drop right here. I'm playing a seedling here. Grab your weapon right here. Let's go ahead and rest. So like I said, this is going to be the farm for your large Sterilium. The Ruiners right here. So it's obviously a very optimal farm for this. So let's go ahead and work Radiance up. And we're about in the point where we're going to get, or at the point where we're going to, you know, get back into health and endurance here really shortly. I would like to see if we at least try to get Radiance to 35 or 40. So this would be a good spot before, but we got to get our base stats way up. I mean, endurance not so much, but health needs to be way up. Get your old Mornstead sword there. So there's going to be an old Mornstead sword and a large old Mornstead sword. So they're not the same. You get multiple. I think we already got the other one, but yeah, they're not the same. Look at that. Yep. You do get to a point where like anything and everything can kill you in one hit. At least that's how it starts to feel after a while. No drops. Okay, so over here we'll be able to get some regular Steriliums. Fortunately, he did not drop anything, but we still need his whole armor set, his weapon, you know, his mask, gauntlets, and all that stuff. So, might not be the worst idea to farm. Any of these seedlings you plant, they're like in the perfect spot for farming. Just you can come back and replant them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's a lot of farming to do. So, Adir's Authority, right there. And we're gonna go on over here, buff. So this is actually our second rune tablet. The first two, they're not back to back, but they damn near feel back to back. That's for sure. Can we? Nope. But the third one doesn't really come for a while. Come on, big boy. He ain't got his weapon yet, or the rest, like his crown or any of that shit. So it's another one we're gonna have to farm, you know. The Scourge Viscera, so that's his, is that his face or something? I guess it is. I just never really looked at it close enough. It's really weird, really fucking weird. There's your rune tablet. Let's go ahead and get your stigma. Now we do need to go to the hub area and talk about rune tablet, and I was going to do that and come back here, but let's just go and get this done. We're going to get to our next vestige really soon. We obviously have 2 dogs. As you clear that out, there's another room on the other side as you see, but both lead out to the same shit, so I won't worry about it. There's your mimic. Keep in mind, as I mentioned, they can change spots. Yours might not be in the same spot as mine. If you don't see one there, just don't go picking up items like crazy, you know. Another armor set, the Overseer set, so we can cross that one off. Now we got that. That's from the Mimic. I just figure I'd get on the way down. So, Moth Lady, that's why I buffed up. No, no. Oh, I got lucky as fuck. Okay, as always, if you're a horse dying, I know you got it. Vertebrae, large. Alright, so you could exit Umbral here, and we'll go and show this off. So this is the other path, we're in that other room. And it just, you know, comes straight down, so you're not missing anything. We're gonna break this up. There's nothing else going on. It's just a way to get down there without dealing with the dogs, but like I always say, I like to clear stuff. You know, you don't miss anything, and that's how you reach high levels by the end of the game without farming or anything like that. We're gonna drop this, drop down, drop attack on him, go across your beam, run, jump, and we're gonna pull this. So this is gonna get you another quest item for Dunmire, the Umbral Tome. Unfortunately, he won't take it for a while, though. He won't accept it. You'll even give him other items before he'll accept that. And that's pretty much the start to his end, as it's going to make him lose his freaking mind. And then we get his catalyst, which is the best catalyst in the game, hands down for Radiant. And then we'll also get, his weapon, which does smite damage too, and will pair nicely with this. But his weapon and his whole set. So it's an NPC quest when it comes to getting all your armors for a trophy. Keep in mind that's including them, completing all NPC quests for their armors as well. So even for that trophy, if you farmed everything you think you have every single armor set, you're probably gonna have to go New Game Plus to finish all the NPC quests and make sure you get all those sets. Or kill them all. And that's the other thing I was talking about, why you can't get it in a single run either, because you got to do NPC quests for trophies, but then you have to kill those same NPCs for trophies as well. So it's just we do really need to be careful here. This will be 5 more umbral scourings right here. Then we can pull the lever to open the door. It's gonna be your map to Sun the Sky. And I told you guys Sun the Sky links back to Lower Calrath. It's gonna be at the end of Sun the Sky, but yes, it eventually will. We'll get the key for the Sun the Sky key door. Jackson will show that off real quick. So when you go in, you'll see this door. That's the Sun the Sky door. We get a key for it towards the end, and that opens up, and there's a path there with some pretty decent stuff on it too, may I add. I mean, we'll do that after Revelation Depths. Clear that out. It's a little loose end, doesn't take long. It's not going to be a whole episode or anything. But that does lead back over to Lower Calrath. Let's see how short we are for a level here. Ooh, not too bad, not too bad. 43, 48, so we need like 500. So close, so close. We're probably just gonna go, I don't know. I'm wondering if we should just go 35. But, oh yeah, rune tablet. So it's gonna turn that in. I figured why, fast travel over here now and then have to do it again. You know what I mean? So he's about to sell us those 5 large berylliums, but I don't think it's to Revelation Depths or, after the mines. But we'll check.
Hello again, friend.
Nope, I didn't
May
think
your
so.
path be blessed.
Nope, still missing one. He's not going to take the tome right now, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's go on over here. Turn in the next rune tablet. So we're only going to be missing one more after this. We'll not come to the Tower of Penance. So it's going to be a minute.
So the tablets are all here. Just one more left, human.
Traveler, there is often no greater misjudgment than power being placed in the hands of one unfit for it. And Galinda's calloused hands and heart will only bring misery with the power of the rune, the final tablet. Bring it to me, and I...
No funny ideas, you treacherous dog. Remember, as long as you're wearing those manacles, if I die, you die. Galinda's already learning so much. She'll see those idiots back.
So pretty much, when we get the 3rd tablet, we're either going to have to choose to give it to him and grant him his freedom with that power. And he's not even a hateful or hurtful person, even with all he's been through. All he wants is his freedom. So we give him the tablet. He's going to set himself free. And he just leaves Galinda alone. He doesn't try to do anything back to her or nothing. He's definitely the more decent person out of them two. But what his reward is to upgrade weapons and socket runes to any vestige, so we don't have to worry about Galinda. And why that's so important if you're going for the Umbral ending like us is we're going to have to, spoiler warning, but we're going to have to kill Galinda and sacrifice her rather for the Umbral ending. She's one of many NPCs. We have to sacrifice a bunch of them. But when we sacrifice her, we have no way to actually upgrade our weapons. If your weapons aren't fully upgraded, you want to try something else, guess what? You're locked out for the rest of that game. So, choosing his side for the walkthrough makes more sense so we can upgrade our own weapons. Choosing her side, oh, I forget what she does, something fucked up though. Choosing her side will give us a room that relieves all requirements for any shield or weapon. Meaning, so I could use a great shield that takes 36 strength with 8 strength, it won't matter, but it also gets rid of the weight requirement too. So it's really nice, really powerful rune. Keep in mind, if you put it on a weapon you don't reach the requirements for it, you're not going to get any scaling, but it does, get rid of all requirements. It's a pretty, it's the most powerful rune in the game, hands down. So you want a rune, if you're going for Radiant ending or something, or Inferno, it makes sense to choose her, as that rune's going to be powerful, and you'll still have her around to upgrade. But if you're going for Umbral, you're going to kill her off, you're going to lose your Blacksmith, you need to pick Sparky. I'm bringing it up now, and I'll bring it up again, but,
And prolonged.
Enough chit.
So we've already went over all their shit. Did she get the updated? Yes, she did. 3,500. Also, we have a second slot now. Nothing to fit it just yet. Shield, we're gonna have to actually put an upgrade in. Let's see what we can do here.
You again.
Well, I know there's some clothing we could sell like this and get rid of that. I don't use these. I don't use those. Can't touch the Overseer set or the Viscera because I don't have those any other way. I still gotta look up through my notes and see if we have to collect all the runes for any trophies or anything like that. I still gotta look at that. Upgrading equipment, 750. Ooh, still doesn't give us 2 slots. Still, 29 smalls. We need 1,000. How much are those worth? Like 50 each. Yeah. So to get 1,000, we have to sell like all of them. We don't want to do that. We'll get a bunch more. I'm not that concerned with it. We could buy some. If we sold 19, we'd only have, what, 10? Let's do that. The smalls, they come so often, guys. There it is. There's a second slot. So, reduce wither damage while blocking. Reduce wither damage while blocking or increase vitality attribute. So one reduces the weight, the other just gave us some health. So, obvious good choices. I wish I had some more stuff to sell so we can get the upgraded rune for this, but we're going to come back since we have that 3,500. I already talked about him. So let's go and press on into the mines. So, mines is really the beginning of you getting the best armor stuff in the game. It's going to start here. Because right here you can get the fungus encrusted pickaxes. 150 poison, plus you dual wield them. That's how they're meant to be. So you want to farm, you gotta farm them. Only way to get them. So not these guys. If they're doing like a double spin, like move around type thing, those are the enemies with it. They have their own moveset. But yeah, so 150, and then a lot of wither damage. They only scale with Radiant and Inferno, so that's what they're meant for. And on paper, they are the most devastating Umbral weapons in the game, technically the best. I still like Rosamund's better, because I'm not really into dual wielding. I'm gonna try to do it in this later on this game. We get another smite weapon, but I will say it's definitely more powerful. It just doesn't have the poise that the Rosamund's gonna have. But 150 poison, and poison automatically takes all of the wither away too. So you don't have to get that last hit. Worry about missing on that wither. The poison does it automatically. So let's try some spells here, y'all. Play around with some stuff. Yeah, see, we're starting to get some stuff. You know what I mean? A little bit. You're gonna see an item over there on a ledge. Don't worry about it. We're actually about to be led back. So when you came in, I'm sure you've seen a closed off area behind a cage, and that's kind of what we're trying to do at this point. Where we're trying to get to. There's gonna be a guy behind here. There will be a trap up ahead too. But this is just kind of leading us around to how to open up a lever to open up that door. That's all we're doing right now. Attack never gets old. I love it. Love it. It's so much fun when it actually lands. So we're obviously doing the mines, so you're going to expect a lot of upgrade mats here. So I didn't really care to sell smalls anyways, but smalls, I mean, small beryllium, enemy drops them. You find them all over. We're doing the mines. There's a bunch there, so there's going to be a barrel. Just roll through it here. There's nowhere to step off to this time, right? So you got to roll off. Now, we're going to go forward. It's going to break. Big fall. You hit hard, but you don't take no damage. So if you have not got these guys' armor set yet, if that's what you want to call it, or skin rather, this would be the next place you could farm it up. Now, enemies like that are very unique, because they're only in poison zones, and there's hardly any in the game. Which ain't a bad thing, poison sucks, but because of that, there's only certain times you have to get this armor set, so you're not going to get it without farming. Plus, if you guys remember the fin, there were like 4 enemy types over there we're going to have to deal with. So, if you look over here, especially in armor, we're going to see guys everywhere, but you're just pustules. So we're just going to kind of run and jump out. This should send the shockwave. Oh, no, we're too far in anyway. Yep, see, I try to do it from the edge. But usually you enter armor and that shockwave will take all these guys out. However, you got to remember, if you're not in the right position, it's not going to reach these guys. You notice we're not taking any damage when we get hit right when we go out of umbral. So that's that eye, you know, you can actually see it working. While we're taking some here and there, not taking much. Let's go and do that. I mean, it eliminates all damage, but it's just for 8 seconds. So we're going to pull that while that plays out. We are going to jump out of here. Now, Dumbmire is actually going to come here to this exact spot later on. So I just want to mention that so when we do his quest later. You're like, where the hell did you go? How could you possibly find him? And it is very obscure. It took me hours running around the end game to figure it out. Most people are not going to solve Dumbmire's quest on his own. I don't know how, you know, I've found it by complete, just fucking, I mean, trying to get ready for a walkthrough. You know what I mean? Going on Coleman, the end game, for hours on end to find him. That's how obscure his quest is, but this is where he goes. So I don't know how people find that on their own. He says he's going underground, but you know, you got to put it together, run all over the vines. But anyways, when I do refer to it, this is what I'm talking about. So we did want to leave Umbral for the simple fact that we have to drop down here. And usually you won't die, but you'll be almost dead. That time I happened to die. But yeah, usually be almost dead, maybe like a half inch of health left. So because of that, I decided for us to leave Umbral, then, you know, we just go back in. Alright, so now remember that little plank there when we go ahead this time. Because we don't want to fall down again. This time we're just going to die. So we work our way on up. Should be... Oh, is that not the spot with the 2 miners? No, the 2 miners, that's when we go through the gate. Sorry. There's like enemies that you don't expect, and it looks just like that, and they kind of, it's not really a trap, but you don't expect them, so they get you. I thought that was it, but it's about to come up. I'll give the heads up. Alrighty, let's go drop that. Now, there's, oh, I didn't even see them. I was about to say they're to the right over here, but there they are. These are your fungus encrusted pickaxe dudes, at least that first one was. You can see the difference on the type of pickaxe when he's running into these guys. Also noticing now it's taking 3 hits to kill these enemies. Because every time we get later in this game, every little, just going from our last spot to here, down some stairs, enemies have stepped up. More health, more damage. It's going to gradually and continuously do that. Now, that moveset is a little bit different. Hey buddy, stay of our fight. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? So, the item we just picked up was the enhanced fire grenade. So it's different from the one, what's her name was selling. So now back this way is our message. Straight ahead, we've opened that cell door so we can actually proceed with the real mines here. But we have 2 heals, so you know, we want to make sure we're fully prepared for this. Let's go rest on up. And now we are ready to move forward. I mean, we don't have to kill all these guys again. I mean, if they're right here in my way, why not? Alright. So now, this is where the two miners are. One is going to actually have a parasite, though. I don't think it's this one. It's like the... Yeah, it's not a miner. It's one of those weird little creeps. Alright, now we can take down our miner. Yeah, that's the one with the fungus encrusted pickaxe to farm him. I mean, all you gotta do, you got your checkpoint right there. Just rush back in. And there you go. We got one of them. So enslaved miner shackle. There's plenty of those guys that look alike, but they're completely different. So keep that in mind when you're getting the armor sets. So fungus encrusted pickaxe, 15/15 radiance and inferno, 150 poison, physical and wither. All your scaling from your radiance inferno is going to do wither damage. So do keep that in mind. Really powerful weapons. Someone told me this is like literally the most powerful weapon in the game, not for armor, but just in general, because of how it works with the poison and the wither. I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. We get some ammo mana right here. Take out these guys. Don't tell me to drop another. I'm gonna have to go in armor build. No, I'm just kidding. I said at the beginning everyone could choose their own builds. If I was to recommend one, it'd be this, but we could all do our own thing. So I don't, have to do this build, but I do think it's probably the most friendly for a newer player. As far as understanding how to put it together, as far as like damage and stuff like that, every build is just as viable as the next. Some just stand out because they're more flashy, with smite, frostbite, and stuff like that. But every build's viable. So now we are going to buff up. Go in Umbral. You do have another moth lady, and if you are a strength build and like this size shield we have, it's actually a really cool looking one, but it's just a higher strength requirement than this. It's pretty much the same size as this, like a medium great shield kind of deal. Another seedling. We're killing it with the seedlings this way, guys. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Alright. So we're not going that way. And do make sure, even though that was that dead end path we fell to before, where we got our shortcut, make sure you go back there to get the basic bolts. It's the ammo type you need. So going back, we're not going to take the ladder. We're going to run a jump. Ooh, we got lucky. It's that jump doesn't ever feel good. But over here is a Volcarino shield. It's really cool. It's got like a lion's head on it. I think it's like 22 strength, something like that. It's a little bit of strength for it, but really cool looking. Just to show it off. I don't reach the requirements, but like I said, it's another medium shield. A lot of stability though. Or was it a wolf? It's like a wolf. Yeah, but really cool looking. Look at that. I love it. I still probably would rather have this. I mean, just for the looks alone, it just looks better. It looks like it's covering you up much more. So if you just kind of go out from here and drop, this is the dead end we're about to get to. That's where we came from. So just going to progress you down the path. Now this is going to be unlocked till later. I mean, by later I mean in like 3 minutes. We're almost at time in the episode, but I do believe we have time to finish this off. So if you go down here and you break this and go to the left, we're not doing anything here. I'm showing something off. You're going to see a door down there in Umbral, right? And then you're going to see a crack in the wall, and there's an item. Well, going this way is actually how you're going to get to all of it. Now you do want to buff up here because there's going to be a lot of enemies, Wither, Moth Lady, a bunch of little guys, and there's a lot of stuff you want to do and have to do. Just to be safe, and those guys are climbing up the wall anyways. We're going to be doing a lot of swinging in here. We don't want this. So as you go up, you're kind of turn to the right when you get to this break. we're just going in here for a stigma and some stones. But you got to get all stigmas for a trophy. Not to mention, as I mentioned, every stigma is related to one quest or another. If you don't have all your stigmas, you're gonna lock yourself out of quests. You won't reach the the prerequisites and requirements of certain quests if you don't have the stigmas related to it. So if you don't have the knowledge of it, how the quest goes, you can't do it. Those stigmas is what gives you the knowledge. I don't remember anything here, but I just want to make sure. Okay, so now we can keep on proceeding straight as we were. There's our 5-minute reminder that we're almost timed out on the recording, so let's try to get up to a good spot. Shield of Whispers, Strength Build Shield. It's an Umbral style shield, and I would say, hey, you can probably do it for like a Strength Radiance or Strength Inferno or something else. You really can't because it has a 40-pound requirement. So if your Strength build would be able to stat more for weight requirements and endurance, but other shields can't. So we're kind of going ham on these guys. Your damage on this weapon is starting to fall off a bit with the buff. So that's why I was saying, it's a great weapon for at least the first half of the game. Like, it's just not what it used to be. And it's still great. It's just you're gonna have to get high in your stats for it to be, the best it can be. But no, the damage is not what it used to be when it first came out. I think they nerfed it because no one was using any other weapon. This weapon's fast and it's doing so much damage. Like, it used to have more smite too. It used to have 100, now it has 90. So they nerfed the damage dramatically. Still good. It's just not what it was, and there's other choices that are really strong. As I said, maybe later we might go strength radiance. I'm not sure. I'd like to stick with it because I love the smite and I love how fast it is. Because the other options are more like colossal, slower options, but like great hammers and colossal swords with a lot of holy and blood loss, or a lot of smite and blood loss, or smite and physical. But we're gonna plan a seedling here. But I really like how fast this is, so I want to try to stick with it. Now, we don't need this seedling really. Up ahead's a message, and why that doesn't really make sense right now. Well, next episode when we get to this back portion. So the exit to this tunnel has multiple fire dogs, has a fire knight, it has a demon archer, and then it kind of wraps around, and this is a shortcut you can kick down. So there's a high chance of us dying at least a time or two for sure with all that going on, and you don't want that run back through all that shit every time. So because of that, I'm just really thinking ahead here. I'm going to plant this seedling to save some frustration later on, pretty much, right? So now, if you do want the fungus encrusted pickaxes, you are doing an Umbral build. This is the best farm I ever found. Popping rabbit's foot right here. Not both, but that one of these guys has that weapon. It's either that one or this one right here. No, it's this guy. So I think it's the one on the left. He has that weapon. So what I would do is just pop rabbit's foot and continuously farm him, right? But moving forward, we are going to go ahead and get up to this message real quick. So as you go, you're going to see a little opening here. Another good thing about the seedling is this guy has it too. So if you're trying to farm these guys, you got two right here back to back. Because not every miner has it. You have to find the ones with it. And they can still drop regular pickaxes, but don't let that throw you off. He's a fungus encrusted pickaxe guy. I mean, you've seen what it looked like, so you can get either. I don't know what controls that drop, but anyways, miner's pendant. That is kind of, you can only wear one pendant is the thing, but it does give you 5 spell slots. Late game, you got like the Radiant Catalyst, and it's actually called Radiant something. Radiant Purifier Catalyst, and it's really good, but it only has 3 spell slots, so you would be able to use that for it. These guys, also a great farm for this pickaxe for Umbral builds. Both of them have it. Let's go ahead and get our stones. Go ahead and get our shortcut and some more stones over here. Grab your door, and we're almost out of time, so we're going to do this really quick. We need to go ahead and enter Umbral. And all we're doing is grabbing our vestige, right, doing anything else. So after you kill them, get your shortcut. You want to pull this platform over. This isn't like the other platforms where we're going to actually get on it and pull it to us. We're just going out of the way because there's a ladder there. As far as next episode goes, doing this, there's our first real room right down here, and also a really good ring that will increase your weight limit. Not to mention just other really good stuff too. And heading by the end of this tunnel, I mean, we're almost to the end, but by the end of it, we get down to the Revelation Depths, a very hidden, optional, secret area, which actually leads to the Umbral ending. Very hidden, very obscure, very hard ending to get. So that is what we'll be working towards. So we're gonna wrap up here, and we'll see y'all back here next episode.